Here we are. We're back at it, baby. Ooh, boom. Oh, bow, 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 bow.
Did your jacket come with those rips in it?
Yes.
Or were you buff at one point and you just like... No, not shit yourself. Like,
Oh, yeah,
through.
no. It was actually the opposite. It was like my arms just got fatter. I bought this jacket in 2016 in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
And it was pre-ripped at that point, like not as ripped as it is now. You can see elbows here. But it was pre-ripped, and now just throughout time, this is I want to have a jacket on, but I don't want it to be warm. I want a little airflow. That's this jacket.
Okay.
Yeah, people make fun of it because they're like, "Woo." I'm like, cool story, bro.
Welcome back to another episode.
Oh yeah, welcome back to another episode of Mamiyamigos. We got to talk about something, guys. It finally happened. Jason got an iPhone.
Oh. Yeah. Trev's going to be very happy, I think. I don't use it for phone stuff, though.
You should use it for phone stuff.
It's sort of like my burner phone. You know how drug dealers have burner phones?
I'm well aware.
Yeah. Okay. An iPhone 15 Pro Max burner phone.
Yeah.
I'm still using my Galaxy S10 or whatever.
Your mother should be proud.
That'd be the first time.
I know. She told me. We text a lot. The last time we went shooting was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it didn't go so well.
Didn't go well. I have very limited time, so there's something new happening in my life. It's called another job on a movie in New Mexico. So yeah, so I've been flying back and forth a lot. And so we had some time to shoot.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's go shoot. I feel the same way about Albuquerque as we did on our Route 66.
Your opinion hasn't changed?
No, it hasn't changed much, except for the clouds are amazing there. I don't know if anyone knows about Albuquerque clouds, but damn, they fluffy.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna be gone for a while on a project.
I'm gonna be gone for a while.
Does that mean there's gonna be a gap with the podcasts? Probably not, right?
There might be.
Might be a delay.
There might be like a month delay on one of them or something like that.
We've been semi-inconsistent anyway.
Yeah, last year we were fucking up.
We were on it. Yeah.
We were on it every single. We didn't miss a beat, and I think this year, I don't know what happened because I wasn't even shooting. It wasn't even. I was busy, but it wasn't even like I was away. You know what we should do today? We should plan Germany.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much, but we're going to Germany.
Yeah.
This summer.
I don't know when. So we were gonna do our April trip. We were gonna do a trip in April. No, we're gonna do it in March.
Yeah,
or
like right
April?
now probably.
We were gonna do it. We were gonna be gone now.
Yeah,
but then this gig came up for me, which I just kind of couldn't pass up.
It's an exciting one. I mean,
it will be.
I get it.
Yeah. You guys, I think you guys, it will be fun. I'll at some point when I can talk about it, I'll advertise it, and you can go make me money. Just kidding. I don't get any residuals.
The same shit happened a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember. We were planning our Route 66 trip, but then I got put on the Batman, and I was like,
yes.
I called you one day, and I was like, dude, Caleb, this is like my dream project. I have to do this. Can we just push this like a week or whatever?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just it
happens.
The industry
it happens.
goes.
Good thing we're flexible.
Yeah.
So I'll have to say sorry if I'm a little inconsistent with my uploads because I'm trying to pre-make stuff, but at a certain point, there's going to be a lot of nights that I'm going to be shooting. I'm going to be exhausted. If it was anything like Insidious, I won't have time, and on the weekends, I'm going to be tired.
Yeah. Well, it'll be an experience for sure.
Will. Totally. It'll be cool.
You gotta find a way to get your M6 on set or something. Shoot some behind the scenes.
Yeah. The DP is pretty chill. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about I got a 28 mil, guys. I finally did it. A 20 mil Voigtlander. Couldn't spring for the Leica one yet. Maybe after this gig.
Maybe after this podcast blows up.
After this podcast about two random stupid photographers talking shit to each other. Yeah. But I think the move is Kentmere push to 16 or 32 in my M6.
Yeah.
It's going to be grainy as hell, but have you been seeing the Dune behind the scenes photos that Greg Fraser was taking?
Have
on
I been
HP5.
seeing them, dude? I bought the book.
There's a book?
You want me to grab it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know. Wow, I didn't know.
I bought it before
So-
the movie came out. Should we just talk about Dune?
Yeah, let's just talk. Oh, we need to talk about Dune too. Well, while he's going to get that book, I'm gonna eat some wonderful chili roasted pistachios.
I saw some behind the scenes photos on Dune 1, and Greg Fraser, who's the cinematographer, had some sort of SLR around his neck in some of them, and I was like, huh, I wonder if he's what he's doing with that. It was like I think it was like some Soviet camera, like a Praktica or
really?
Praktica or something like that. And then him and Josh Brolin announced this book. It's called Dune Exposures.
This
Behind the scenes photos.
holy
I think
crap!
It's a mix of film and digital, but it's really interesting.
Wow.
Especially if you're into Dune as much as I am.
Well, damn. This is sick. That's definitely not
Velvia?
That's Velvia?
No, probably not.
I was gonna say, I was like, I've been seeing this cover, but I did not know what this was. I thought it was a reissue of the book.
Oh,
Like
the
of
first
Dune.
Dune
Yeah,
book?
I just thought it was like a beautiful cover of Dune. So now I'm gonna buy this actually because I regardless of what you think of the movie, which this is not anything, but regardless, like the cinematography is phenomenal and the images are great.
Yeah. He won a Oscar for the first one. Do you think he'll win an Oscar for the second one too?
I could see where you would. It's beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
spoiler time.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about
We're
Dune
gonna talk about Dune.
spoilers.
We're talking about Dune. So if you haven't seen it, I guess go see it and come back. It's pretty awesome.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite movies ever. I mean, the first one's one of my favorites too.
Okay, out of those two movies, is one better than the other?
I think Dune 2's better. Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that?
There's just a lot more that happens and the characters are a little bit more fleshed out. I think Timothée Chalamet actually gave like an incredible performance in part 2. He's kind of just like whatever in the first one, but he actually like has an arc in the second one. And
So you'd obviously know Dune.
yeah.
I don't know Dune at all, other than watching the movies. So I didn't know how to feel coming from the movie. First time I was like, yeah, it's just as good as the first one, but it's like I wasn't in love with it. But watching it the second time, talking to you, talking to my other friend, also then having like looking up, or not really looking up, but like Instagram just forced me to see things with Dilly Villeneuve. How do you say his name?
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, him. They just forced things on me, and he was saying that the writer of Dune, Frank Herbert, was actually after the first book was released, the point didn't get across of the book, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting because Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong is a bad guy
By the end of it.
by the end.
Yeah.
And people didn't understand. That's why he made Dune Messiah or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, and I also don't know what I'm talking about. But I thought that was very interesting. So going into it, at the very end, I'm like, that makes way more sense
Yeah.
to me. I do think maybe it could have been a little bit more in there, you know? Like it could have teased it a little bit more for my first viewing to be like, wait, is he a bad guy now? Because me, I'm like, I still thought of him as a good guy. But I was just like, why are you doing these decisions, bro? So maybe it does mean that I need to... Obviously, I'm going to watch the third one. It's great. It's going to be great. But I don't know about the book. But the way that the movie ends to me is like, of course there has to be a third one. Because it actually doesn't... It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't give you any... I want the movie to say something to me, and you kind of don't have that yet. You don't have them saying anything to you yet.
Yeah.
Other than like, oh... He's changing. He's different now. Like when you said basically, like my buddy was like, when he dies, or when he drinks the piss, he dies. Like he's done. Like Paul Atreides is no more, and he is now this new bad person, whatever his name is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is kind of an abrupt character change, but I kind of like it. I mean, especially because the whole movie, he's like, I don't think I should do this. I can kind of like tell what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be really bad. But then like the situation gets worse and worse, and people are like, you got to do this, man. And he does. And it turns into this whole, like, he becomes basically like, bad guy.
He becomes bad
That's a
guy.
good way to put it, yeah. What do you think about the infrared?
I thought the infrared scenes were amazing.
It's really
I thought they looked great.
Yeah. It's really interesting that they made it like that's how that world looks.
Right, like how the light is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it as a choice, but I didn't really understand like is it supposed to be like the sun only shoots out like infrared light? And if that's the case, can humans in the future like that, can they see infrared light?
I think you're thinking too technical about it.
Or not technical enough.
No, I think you're thinking a little too technical about it because it's not like infrared versus the different light spectrum. It's like that's how that light.
It just looks like
that's
that.
just how it is. Yeah. Because I think I listened to him talk about that specific scene or someone else talk about that scene or something like that, and that's what it was. It's like that's the way that the sun is rendered, the light on there. So it's not like yeah.
Greg Fraser is one of my favorite working cinematographers these days. I honestly am surprised he didn't win anything for the Batman too. You know, like that was such a well shot movie, and he used for the Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken scenes on whatever planet they were on.
Oh yeah, Helios, right?
I don't think it was he might have used the Helios, but he used some like old Soviet lenses, photography lenses or something.
They're from like Light Iron. I just saw something on YouTube the other day about it.
Oh, I don't know the specifics. I just read called like a thing.
I think they're like mirrors. MIR or MIR 20s or something.
Yeah, so they're old Soviet photography lenses, I think, for rangefinders, I think.
Yeah, I started looking up Soviet lenses recently. I was like, how can I like totally do this?
It looked cool, but it wasn't like my favorite look, to be honest.
Oh, you don't like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They also used anamorphic a lot more on the first one. In this one, not so much.
Probably because they were after the big nature of like IMAX. Shit,
yeah.
It doesn't really make as much sense.
They filmed infrared on IMAX. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
I wonder if they...
it's probably the first time that happened.
I wonder if... you know how his whole thing is he shoots digital and then they send it through film? I wonder if they also did that for the infrared stuff.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I would assume.
You know, it's crazy. Like, this is why he deserved a win for the first one. And this might be too much into, like, Dune lore and stuff. The reason I think that they do that is because digital is too sharp.
Yep.
Film is too soft.
Yep.
So they want to like meet somewhere in the middle. Yep. And that kind of makes sense for like the Dune universe because there's no AI in the Dune universe.
Right.
No computers, none of that shit. So like they don't want it to be too sharp.
Totally.
Because it's the future or whatever.
Right.
And so
it can't be too analog or it gets into nostalgia in a little bit.
Speaking of cinematography, what do you think of Oppenheimer winning Best Cinematography over Poor Things?
That's a hard one.
I don't know if I'm on board with it, to be honest.
That hurts a little bit. I did watch a thing about Oppenheimer that changed my opinion on it a little bit. Someone was saying that there was like an explanation, a breakdown. Like, you know how Memento is like two timelines, black and white color, and it meets in the middle? Someone was saying that that's actually what happens in Oppenheimer, but it's not as noticeable, but that's what happens. So it's like Oppenheimer's color is his timeline going forward, and Robert Downey Jr. his is almost the exact opposite. It's like, and they meet in the middle point is when they meet Albert Einstein, and so it's like his telling of the events they go here, and then in Oppenheimer go here, and they meet at that. That's why there's both color and black and white.
Yeah, but
in the sequence of the whole video, actually, it was a video essay on editing and why it should have won editing. I think it did win, but and I was like, okay, because like the way that the editing is that every scene complements the next one because and you never get lost in this garbly gook of information because it's super dense. So it's like, even though you don't know what the hell they're talking about, you still understand the story.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with the editing and how they did that. And I was like, sick. Okay, I'm on board.
I mean, no doubt, Oppenheimer, it was like incredibly shot. It looked really good. But like, come on, Poor Things. Like, did anyone even watch that movie? Like,
I mean, dude,
it's great. It's fantastic. The cinematography was like
top level. The most creative I've ever seen. I've seen in
How did that
in a
not
while.
win? That's insane to me.
No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I'm right there. I mean, obviously, I've started to use some fisheye stuff in my work because I'm like, dude, that's the thing. Like, as creatives, you don't give yourself permission to do things sometimes. And that was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, I can just fucking do whatever I want.
Hell yeah, brother. This is America.
This is America. I just do what I want. If I want to use a fisheye for no reason, I'm going to use a fisheye for no reason.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Thanks, bro. I mean, to be fair, he used fisheye very, very specific reason in that. But I mean, that's besides the point. What's new in your life? What's happening?
Not much.
You're drinking Sprite now. I've never seen that happen.
I'm on a health kick.
So you're gonna go shoot the Eclipse?
Yeah.
Without me?
Wow.
No, it's my fault.
Unfortunately, Caleb can't make it. So it's not gonna be as fun.
Or it's gonna be better.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a get in, get out kind of situation, but it'll be a lot of fun.
You're going to Ohio.
Yeah. Going to Ohio and New York for it. I borrowed a 300 millimeter lens, Nikon lens from my friend Ryan, who listens to the podcast. Friend of the pod. Ryan.
Of pod. What's up, Ryan?
And a 2x extender, so it's like a 600 mil.
Boom.
And a big ass, like, there's a solar filter you got to put on it. Otherwise, it fries your your sensors and shit like that.
Dude, yeah. So Trev was telling me that like Ohio's preparing for an incredible amount of influx into their state for like he's like, dude, there's porta potties on the highway and stuff because they expect people to just stop and pot like and they're telling people to like stock up on food for a few days and stock up on gas just in case. I'm just like, dude, this is not an apocalypse or anything, but it's
I mean, can you blame them? Who usually goes to Ohio? You know what I mean?
Fair.
Most people don't even know Ohio exists.
I mean, I didn't until Trev moved. They're I'm kind of bummed. I'll be in New Mexico, so I won't see it. It's not in the belt of things.
You'll get like 50% or something like that.
Well, yeah, but it's not 100.
Yeah, you're right.
It ain't hundo.
The hard part is what film stock do I shoot that shit on?
Do you want to borrow a Nikon? You want to borrow one of my
I
Nikons?
have a Nikon.
I know you have one, but do you want to borrow one of the ones that I have? I mean, Trev has some too. My point being, if you want to have color in one and black and white in the other, all you got to do is pop on a body.
Yeah. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
It's an idea. You can either borrow mine, or I'm sure Trev's not going to use all three of his.
He only has 3?
Yeah, he only has 3.
I feel like he's got like 100.
No. Well, maybe by now. But it might not be bad. I don't know. You put some.
I'll think about it, yeah.
I mean, do you want it both in black and white and color? Like, isn't color going to do anything? It's just going to be a red circle.
Color will do something. I mean, with the solar filter, you get like you can actually like see the surface of the sun and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, black and white and color would be cool. Maybe I will.
Like 800T and something super flexible.
Not 800T.
No.
I mean, can you imagine shooting a full solar eclipse and then you get the image back and there's just like red blobby halation around all of it?
Fair.
It might look cool,
Fair.
but like I
get
know.
that. I definitely get that. Then like Portrait 800, something that has a good amount of latitude that if you need to pull back on some stuff or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I was thinking actually Vision 3 film, like a 250D might be cool. You get a little bit of halation.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
it might look kind of nice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, apparently, like a lot of rental companies that rent out cameras and lenses, they're like, fuck, dude, I hate eclipses. Because people always return gear with like little pinholes burned into like sensors and shutters and aperture irises and shit like that.
Oh, no.
Because people don't know you need to put like a heavy ass solar filter on it. Otherwise, like, it's basically a magnifying glass.
That does suck.
Yeah.
That sucks a lot. I didn't even think about the rental market.
I don't think most people,
Oh, no. Birgit, David, if you listen, if you're watching this and it comes out in time, you can't have too much fun without me, okay? Okay? You can have an adequate amount of fun, but not a ton of fun, okay?
Yeah. I'm allowed to have fun.
He's not allowed to. He never has fun, though.
Yeah, true.
I think you're probably going to have the biggest lens.
Yeah, I will.
Thanks to Ryan. He can always get you the biggest lenses.
Well, it's really cool because with the solar filter, you can actually just take normal photos of the sun too and see like the sunspots and all sorts of shit on the surface.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you gonna do some tests with it, or have you done tests?
I haven't done any tests. I probably should.
Yeah. See what the sun looks like.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't forget to put sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Right. That's good enough.
Sunglasses?
Yeah,
just on over the lens.
Yeah, just over the lens. Just a few pairs.
Yeah. No, you can't see shit through the. I'll have to show it to you. You can't see shit through this.
It's right over there. It's mass. Is this it? Can you see it? It's on the corner. This is the big boy right here.
Yeah. New Pentax camera.
Oh shit, that's right. So yeah, you show the Pentax camera. Yeah, but I didn't see you sent me the Ricoh the other, or not the Ricoh,
Rollei.
the Rollei. So the other day, Jason sent me the Rollei image of the camera, what it looks like, the Rollei AF.
Yeah, it's like a Mint / Rollei.
Yeah,
collaboration.
but it only says Rollei though.
Yeah. I think they bought the rights to it or something.
Or something happened there.
Yeah.
Looks cool. The images.
They look good.
I also saw the images on Instagram. They
Yeah.
look pretty sick. They look like they were spot on.
I'm more excited for that camera than I am the Pentax camera, I think.
Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of
Zone focusing.
zone focusing.
Yeah.
Not the biggest fan.
Yeah, you've been burned by that in the past.
So I would be on board if it had some sort of autofocus in general. With the entirety of what that thing is going with,
Yeah.
if they had some sort of mechanism to let you know, like not just like, oh, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's not, I get it because it's probably way easier.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on that camera, but I want to save it for like if I ever get my hands on it and just like, I don't know. You always hear stuff about a camera and then maybe you get it in your hands and you're like, oh,
True,
this actually,
fair.
it's not as bad as I thought
Fair,
or something.
fair.
But
No, I agree.
it seems like every little new thing I hear about that camera, I'm like, why? Why, damn it?
I've been saying it since the inception. Give me a Ricoh R1S2. R1S2. That's all you get. That's all you got to do. Honestly. And if you wanted to upgrade it in any other capacity, instead of a 3.5, make it a 2.8. But even the 3.5 is fucking sharp as shit.
On the Mint Rollei camera, it's a 35-2.8.
That's right there.
I think the only thing, I don't know, that's why I'm more excited for that one. Autofocus, like automatic camera. I think it's an automatic camera.
I mean, it's cool that it will have the advanced lever. Like the Pentax will have the advanced lever. That's sick. I'm into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the scale. I think it's just the scale thing.
We'll see. I don't know. We
never know.
could get it in our hands and be like, this ain't so bad.
That's
into
fair.
it. Yeah.
I mean, just like everyone else is saying, it's still great that it's happening.
Yeah.
It's still fantastic it's happening. So
Yeah.
we don't want to shoot a horse in the mouth that giving a gift. Is that what it's? Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it?
Is that a thing people say?
Gift. You don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth.
You don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth?
Yeah, isn't that the saying?
What are you trying to say?
You don't like someone's giving you a gift and you don't want to be like, "Fuck you! Don't give me that gift." You've never heard that?
No.
You never look. I'm gonna.
In the mouth?
I don't. Honestly, I could be saying it wrong.
You don't want to count your chickens
You
before
never
they hatch?
want to look a gift horse in the mouth.
The fuck does that even mean?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Is that something from like the Middle Ages or something? Like, y'all be cursed. That was a pirate.
y'all be
That was like a Southern pirate crossover.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Okay. The saying "don't look a gift horse in the mouth" means that you shouldn't criticize a gift, even if you don't like it very much.
It's just saying basically be grateful for what you got, what you're getting, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
exactly.
understand it.
I
Why
don't
not look it
either.
in the mouth?
I don't know.
We get so off track sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we get off track a lot actually.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's how conversations go. Dude, I have to say it again. This Konica lens looks so sick. After we talked about lenses and stuff, I looked up the Konica 28 again, and I was like almost wanting to pick it up, but I decided not to because I just can't do without a lens tab.
Yeah, it's weird that they put
lens tab. I can't do
lens
without
tabs on some of the lenses, but not the other ones.
I mean, this is a good feeling lens, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely up there in terms of build quality. The only, like I've said 1,000 times, the only thing that's kind of a pain in the ass is you don't know what focal length you're on. There's no indicator other than like on the lens. So I've taken some where it's like...
I understand that, especially using the Tri-Elmar. You're like, you think you're at 16, but you're at 18 or whatever. Or like
something worse.
Yeah, there's the good thing is that at least like the Tri-Elmar 21, 18 to 16 are not that far from each other.
Yeah. True.
Like 35 and 21, there's a difference there. There's a big difference.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's a good looking lens. I don't understand why Konica did not put more tabs on their lenses.
Just glue one on, man, if it's such a
Dude,
problem.
yeah, but the only one that exists is that I know of is like Seven Artisans makes one that I bought for my 35 color scope R LTM lens, but it's big. Like these are small and that one is big, and if you put it on a tripod, it doesn't like you can't move the lens.
Yeah.
Because it gets in the way. If they made them smaller, then I would totally be fine with that. But
Well,
damn.
okay. Yeah, we're going to Germany. What are you going to shoot in Germany?
Why don't you want to talk about Germany?
You know, are you superstitious at all?
No, but I understand where you're going with this.
I grew up playing baseball for like years.
Okay.
Every baseball player is superstitious. So I think it just kind of bled over into like my life a little bit.
Okay. Fair. I mean, I didn't tell anyone that I got my Against Me tattoo until I got it, and then there you go. So I get
basically the same thing.
That's why I said I think I know where you're going with it. Yeah.
It's just kind of that mentality of don't count your chickens before they hatch. Like don't tell
Don't
everyone
look a
you're
gift horse
doing
in the mouth.
Yeah. I always think you're saying don't look a gimped horse in the mouth. And I'm like, that's a fucked up saying, man.
Yeah, it would be really terrible for the horse.
Yeah.
Latex doesn't breathe. What am I going to shoot? I don't know, man. I think, is Germany, I haven't been to Germany in 20 years probably. So.
Since the 1940s.
Was that 20 years ago?
I don't know.
No, it's actually probably further than 20. I was like 15 or something like that. 14 when it happened.
Were you shooting film back then?
My mom was probably. I wasn't. I was too preoccupied with Zoolander.
Hansel?
I remember specifically going to Germany and buying Zoolander on DVD in Germany. I still have it, by the way.
Well, you can probably find another copy if you want. I want to do like a photo project of something, you know? Mm-hmm. I just can't like sit down and commit to something.
I feel like because of the way that we like are on our schedule of releasing and shooting and trying to do things that we want to do and keep fresh.
Yeah.
It feels like a rat race in some capacity of like always having to do the thing, you know, always being on schedule. And sometimes that does lead to not having enough mental capacity to think a little deeper than the creativity we're already, because I feel like, you know, we're already putting out a bunch of creativity, right? We're here.
One of us is.
Me specifically. This guy doesn't. We're on a threshold of like creativity and we're doing it. But there is one step further that takes an extra brain cell or two to like dedicate to.
And we just don't have that brain cell.
And we just haven't gotten that brain cell yet.
Well, I don't think you can grow brain cells. Oh shit, we're fucked.
Dude, this is the worst. We're done.
Well, no. Part of me is like, well, why don't I just do a collection of all my work that I've shot over the years? But part of me is also like, that's not, there's no like, I don't know. It's just a random assortment of shit, you know? It'd be like the Beatles greatest hits album or whatever. Not.
Yeah, you're the Beatles.
Yeah.
You're the fucking Beatles.
And or like a Smash Mouth greatest hits.
Damn, that's just one song.
Just the Shrek soundtrack.
That's actually fair. That's fair.
But it would just be like a random assortment of shit, you know? It'd be like, I don't know.
No,
what
I
a good
get
example
it.
is I'd rather do a project that's a little more like intentional. Kyle McDougall is really good about this. He puts out photo books that are like a nice collection of like stuff on the same topic.
It's because he's an artist.
Yeah.
And we're fartists.
Fine artists. Yeah. I don't know. I want to do something like that, but you have, for me at least, I have to go into it intentionally, like not after the fact, be like, yeah, those photos look good. I'll do a book of that or something. Yeah.
No, I totally get that. I definitely get that. I have an idea of one that I want to do, but I just haven't gotten around to it because I'm a lazy POS.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we're just biting off more than we can chew, you know? I mean, the thing is, like, making videos every 2 weeks or whatever your schedule is, like, it's like, it takes up so much time to do that. Totally. You don't have time. And a photo book on its own is, like, a lot of time, too.
Yeah.
I just don't have...
And I think, like, the way that we make our videos is so time intensive and so, like, thought intensive that, you know, I get you, man. So are you saying that you want to try to do something in Germany that is like a collection?
No.
Oh, okay. This was just just a side tangent. Just an existential side tangent
Yeah.
for the podcast.
I saw all these like old photos of Slim Aaron's is like our guy, right?
He's our boy.
Caleb introduced me to Slim Aaron's, and I've just been binging the crap out of him,
Yeah, he has
out of
some
his
good
work. And
Yeah, you've been binging him specifically.
I've been being him. Where was I
Binge
going?
job. He's doing a little binge job on him.
Been doing a little B job on him. Keep that in there. Grow up. I saw a behind the scenes photo of him, and he was just like riding a bike, and he's got like two, I think they're two Leica M3s or something just around his
sick.
neck, short strap.
Ooh, short strap.
And I was like, huh, I could beat that guy. Just two Leicas around my boobies. But wouldn't that be sick? I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get a setup where I have a short strap with a Leica right here, filled with like black and white, maybe.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, maybe get a second M6 or something.
No, who knows?
We'll see. With a longer strap that rests
Just
down
right
here.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Black and white. Color.
No, I get that. I totally feel you on that. 100%.
Yeah.
You should.
The only thing is, like, I'd be worried about them bashing into each other. But I guess
Yeah.
if one's short enough, it's probably not a
Yeah, it's
problem.
probably good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know your image you're talking about.
He's like on a bike.
He's like a tall ass dude.
Dude, yeah, I did some research on him. You know, he had like a Purple Heart. He was in the military and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So he has a new book out, like within the last 2 years or something like that, which you know, but I bought. But I opened it up the other day and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start reading this because it's like it's not just a photo book like Poolside or like Women. It's like it dives into his life, and I was like, okay, cool, let's do this. Then I realized I had to read, and then I was like, wow, fuck. I need to learn how to do that first, and then we'll go from there. So I'm excited to kind of read more about his life because all I know is like, yeah, he was in the war, he was a war photographer, and then he came out and he was like, fuck that, I'm gonna take some pictures of pretty people by pools. And I'm like, damn, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then Getty bought all his work. That's
really?
thing. Yeah.
While he was alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think
Probably
by
got
the
a
end there,
fat paycheck.
Yeah, they're like, do you want to be rich for the rest of your life? Boom.
Yeah.
He's like, give me everything.
Yeah, I read some blurb about like during the war, someone gave him like I think it was like a 4x5 Graflex or something for free or something. I think that's what it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, he was like, fuck that shit. That's way too big. So he got an M3 or a Leica of some kind instead. And I was like, yeah, that guy's after my own heart.
Yeah.
Slimming down for photography is like the move, I think. It's still going to look ridiculous if you have like two cameras around your neck, but like whatever. At least they're Leicas.
Yeah, at least they're Leicas.
So you can still dunk on all the poor people.
Dunk on the poor people.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's
Yeah, but
up.
what if your lenses are only Voigtlander though? It's like you're half dunking. That's me. I'm only half there.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't either, man. I don't either.
I'm going to get some Voigtlander lenses for my Leica one day.
I mean, you can't go wrong with like a $600 Ultron that's an f2 and it's sharp as hell.
Are you going to try and shoot a video while you're in New Mexico?
If I can.
Yeah.
I did just shoot. I was in New Mexico for 4 days.
Did you shoot it all while you were there?
I did, but it was hard and not the best. It was because like I was doing tech scouts, so I was gone from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or like right before 7, and sunsets at 7. So like I would get off, I would stop doing my emailing, I'd get off, I would try to find. The thing is, like, I hadn't found a place that I wanted to photography. Photography. I hadn't found a place I wanted to go shoot, so like I would kind of keep my eyes open on the scout and be like, oh, that's an interesting street. So I would like get off and then I would like drive there, and then by that time it's like the sun had already gone down, it was blue hour, and then it's kind of like I missed my window, and that happened the only 2 nights I could do it. It happened there. It happened. So I was like, I don't know. The photos, we'll see what happens. It was only one roll. I don't think I had the right lens with me. We'll see what happens. And Going back, I still don't know because like there's gonna be a lot of night shoots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Preserve your energy.
And yeah, like if I can shoot on a weekend, I'll do it. But I'm also, I remember the first weekend I had off when I was doing Insidious, and I did not, I tried to go out and shoot. I actually have like half a, or even like a third of a video, but I was like, I can't shoot it. I can't. I'm so fucking exhausted that I just stayed in the hotel.
Yeah.
I went out to get food and that was it. I just watched shit on my iPad because I was so tired.
What'd you watch?
What was Storage Wars?
Not even something exciting?
No, not even something exciting. I turned it on. I was like, huh, this is interesting. I wonder if there's a Leica in there. That's actually
It's
why I
never
think I
a
watched.
Leica.
It's never a Leica, but it would be interesting though if there was a Leica there. Well, that's about it for me amigos today, everyone. I hope you have been having a fantastic year so far. I hope all the prosperity in life is coming your way, and I hope you just have a good day.
See you in a little bit.
See you in a second.
Hopefully there isn't too big of a gap, but
Yeah, maybe
we'll do what we can.
We will do what we can, and that's all you can ask for, and that's all you're gonna get, frankly. Okay, bye.
And you just have to sit there and deal with it.
And you go suck it up.